Launch, build, viewers, subscribers, ideas takers, whatever you may consider yourself. Welcome back to Launch Build. Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh shit. Boop, there we go. Thank you guys for tuning in. Give me 1 second. We are here back again today with some kind of what is it called? Some kind of grim news. This is that Kodak Reaper news, man. So as some of you may have seen on the post on YouTube, I did do a little post asking should I go live with putting this motor in and getting it in that bad boy and just start rocking it. Should I do that live, put it in, and just we go for it? I didn't get much feedback, which is cool. You know, we're still a growing channel, but I took it upon myself to just, I had some free time and I went ahead and did it. So with doing that, I did get it in, but we ran into a little bit of issues. So I am here today to give you that grim news. So now, mind you guys, once I started this, the garage was clean. I mean, absolutely clean. I'm talking all the homies in my circle know I just cleaned this before going ahead to put the motor in. So this is all after trying to get that motor in, man. I mean, look at the 07. Look at the 07K, man. Ripped out. Also, I could put the 2-1 in this, and I will give you said grim story. So let's get this thing opened up. It's a whole tunnel down there. But so with my channel, I try to keep all transparency, good or bad. So that's why I'm doing this. I'm all about transparency and all about keeping it real, keeping it 100. So I'm here today to tell you guys this 2-1 stroker, man, is not running. And when I mean not running, I mean it's a small issue that I can fix, but I'll tell you guys this whole backstory, man. You all know from day one that this 2-1 stroker has been giving me nothing but bad news, like parts I can't get, being in the shop for 5 to 6 months, not being able to get just little things needed in order to even make it run. So with that, I finally had it here and it was in. I mean, look at this thing, guys. It's no longer new. Let me see if I can get some lighting on this. It was no longer new. I mean, it's got gasket sealer. This is the 2-1. This is the 2-1. And I will tell you why it's not in that car. Look, I even had it, I got it dual dowel pinned with the longer snout. We had a gear made. I mean, this thing was stout. And with these pins, one is bigger than the other. So this one's pretty decent size, and then this one's bigger just in case. I mean, all in. I mean, look at that. Motor was ran. And when I tell you guys this motor ran, ain't nothing. Ain't no 4-cylinder, no V8 keeping up with that 2-1. I am telling you, just on stock KO3 alone, that motor felt like it was a big turbo. And the whole RPM range, it felt like the motor did not want to stop. It was the best feeling I've ever had in a 4-cylinder. Oh my God. The power just, it felt like there was no end to when the power was gonna stop. It felt like it was a big turbo, but with endless RPM range. I was shifting at 4 grand, 5 grand, and it was just hauling. So it was definitely an amazing feeling. I'm so excited. I can't wait to put it back in. So the motor is not damaged or broken. Well, it's a little damaged, but I mean it's a minute problem, and I did get a taste of how the 2.1 felt, so I'm not mad at all. And it's still fixable. So without all that talking and you know, trying to get you prepped for the news, the story, the background, let's get into it. So the motor was done, it was complete. We'll give you a overlap video of that. I was taking pieces from the motor that's in there now, and I was just putting them on this motor, you know, motor mounts, housings, etc. Get the motor in, get it running. It's all assembled. I didn't even take it for a test drive. I was waiting for Josh, to surprise Josh, because he was supposed to come help me out and put it in. I get it done before he even gets here, and I said, all right, cool. I took it for a spin. I mean, not even a spin. I took it up the street, down the street. Felt good, felt stable. After we figured out the kind of like an idle issue. So he gets here, and immediately he said he could hear the sound difference. So I'm thinking I got him fooled. I could trick him. You know, I said something was wrong with the car, and I was like, hey man, I need you to check this out. But immediately him being a car guy, he already heard the difference. So plan was busted there. But we go for a spin. We slide the car. I'm sliding around, you know, playing with it. I'm like, Josh, do you feel this? I'm like, what do you think, man? What do you think is wrong with the car? And he was like, you swapped it. It's swapped. I was like, damn, you already knew? So I did a couple slides, did a couple pulls. I mean, the car was just, it felt, I'm telling you guys, it felt as if there was a twin turboed V6 under that hood. I kid you not. It pulled, there was no lag, there was no latency. There was even torque out of boost. That was the best part about it, because when boost came on, it felt like there was no end. So get the pulls, we go grab something to eat, and the check engine light comes on. It says there's a misfire, and the car starts sounding like a Subaru, and we ain't no Scooby-Roo, so we knew immediately that was not a good sign. And then boom, coolant light came on. What? Looked around, no leaks. Cleared the code. It was gone. When you revved up, it was clear. It was clear as a whistle. It pulled fine. Everything was good. But when you let it idle, you start having that Subaru hesitation. So we thought, no way. Please don't be the piston rings. Did we just F up on the piston rings? You know, we kept going through it. Every time we'd idle, same thing. But when you revved it up, it cleared its throat, you know? Get it back to the house. After putting cooling in it, coolant disappears again. What the hell? So I said, finally, we did all the tests. We replaced plugs. We put E85 because originally it was gas in there, and it's on the E80 tune. I mean, we crossed our T's and dotted our I's, and we could not figure out for the life of us. So I said, you know what, Josh? F it. We'll throw a Hail Mary. If this isn't what it is, then I don't know, man. We just gotta have to take it apart. So I said, let's go back to the house. We're gonna do a compression test. We do a compression test. Cylinder 2 is crazy mad pressure. And then we go to 3. Try to do a compression test in 3. And in 2, water comes up. Fudge. What is that? Long story short, head gasket. Head gasket, head gasket, head gasket. So from doing my research, I was told, well, actually, from doing research, I couldn't even find anything. So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like I said, I'm with you guys on this. I am no 1.8 guru, Although I will be one day, because I'm dedicated to this. I'm here to make mistakes, to learn, and to help others on the path, you know what I mean, to get to their success in their vehicles, man, because I want to be a legend in this, man. I want to be a legend. That's the goal. So, couldn't find anything on, can you go too big on a gasket or can you go too small on a gasket? There was nothing anywhere. So I said, you know what? A 2.0 TFSI head gasket is the same as the 1.8. It's just the bore is a little bigger. It's out to 82. So I said, okay, 82.5 piston bore and an 82 head gasket, it should be okay. So turns out you actually need to go that exact size or bigger. A smaller head gasket will not work because it leaks into the chambers. It has that overlap lip hanging into the chambers. I tell you guys what, I pulled this motor out 3 times. 3 times. Sanding the head, thinking the head was warped. We put RTV on the gasket the second time. I mean, everything we could possibly think of. And we kept getting that leak into cylinder 2. And come to find out, the only thing that I never changed was the gasket size. So, and I know the gasket is good because after we took it apart, I had ordered, again, this is another TFSI head gasket. This is the 1.8 one. I ordered another one from O'Reilly's and put a TFSI head gasket into that one at this moment. And I am driving that car on a used 2.0 head gasket. So I know the head gasket is good. And I know for a fact that it's the only thing causing the compression leak, because that's the only factor I haven't changed. I've changed everything else. We know the block is decked. The head, I sanded till it was decked. I mean, I spent an hour sanding that damn head. Oh, what did I sand it with? Here, let me show you guys my homemade contraption. So, just a little board, you get a sanding belt, and I mean, you just lay it on there. Lay it on the head and you just go up and down, or you mount it and you just slide the head up and down. So, spent an hour doing that. And the only factor that we never changed was the head gasket. Now it's okay, let me get a head gasket. No one has an 82.5 on hand. No one. Not even Euro, not even ECS, no one. So I ordered from Vivid Racing. It's supposed to be a JE piston, I think it's a 83 millimeter head gasket. And it drops the compression, actually it raises the compression a little, because I also wanted a little more download torque, and it's supposed to bump it up as well. So I've been waiting on that for about 2 weeks now. I'm hoping it'd be in last week. That way I could give you guys a video of the motor. But I don't have any pulls of the 2.1 being in. I just have it being assembled, the first startup, and then it being back into block form. So the motor is running, I mean, very, very well. I mean, it killed it, guys. It killed it. But the head gasket issue. So once we, oh, another thing, and then the head gasket, because of the water seeping in, it kind of compression locked, but not really. So I know it did do a little bit of damage somewhere in cylinder 4 on the bearing. So I have to check the bearing out, because I did hear a slight knock from that. So we're thinking just worn out the bearing from it being kind of hydro locked. But again, that's the least of our worries, you know. Clear it out, oversize the bearing, put a smaller bearing, whatever the case is needed, or if it just needs, you know, some touch up. It's a perfectly running motor. I'm telling you, it's a perfectly running motor. This head gasket is now the thing. After all this work, I get it in the car, I get the power feeling, I get everything needed, and a head gasket stops me in my tracks. So again, I'm just keeping it transparent with you guys. I did actually put the motor in like I stated. I didn't do it live because again, I wasn't receiving the feedback. So I went ahead and just did it on my own. And I tell you what, anyone else looking to do this 2.1, I'm telling you, I went through all the pain for you, and I can guide you down the path to get it assembled. But I tell you, once you get it assembled, man, it is unmatched. No 1.8T is messing with this 2.1. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. The power is unmatched, and I'm telling you, no 1.8T, no V6, no V8. I'm telling you, is messing with a fully built 2.1. It makes me even more excited to get this 5-cylinder done, because to me, in my opinion, it almost feels like a TTRS. Like, no joke. The power is always there, the torque is always there, and it's never ending in the RPM range. So I highly recommend the 2.1. Again, if you're gonna go down that path, I already did all the aching hours of pain, suffering, mentally and physically for you, and I can help you get everything needed to get it done, man. But I tell you what, it is well worth it. So again, keeping it transparent, I did put it in, like I stated. So once we get this head gasket in and get some parts going, I'll give you guys an update.